Yeah, I know we are. This is just for everybody to know my views about what is going down today between Arsenal and you know the Real Madrid. So I just want everyone to know because now the first thing I want to let everyone know is that we don't have to overthink this thing. We are Arsenal Football Club, and we just need to enjoy this match as much as we will enjoy it. Now, I understand with what happened yesterday, and with the whole, the Madrid ultras and all those things coming out to say that, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that to you guys, we're gonna cause a lot of fear and all those things going on. Yes, I get it. Like, trust me, I get it. But the thing is this: nobody should think that what happened last week is just a fluke. No, it's not a fluke. Actually, it is real. It is something that is very genuine. It is something that is extremely real. This is Arsenal Football Club right here. So, why is everyone more afraid? I think number one is that looking at the way um, Aston Villa play against PSG, and looking at the way Borussia Dortmund played against Barcelona, and for also the record for the fact that Real Madrid can do what Real Madrid does best, which is comeback, and especially in the so-called league of their own, like the league that they literally controls. So it is expected for them to have these all things to themselves, to have themselves with a lot of broad shoulder, all this boasting and all these things going on with them, and everybody giving them all the kudos. Absolutely, they deserve the kudos. Trust me, they deserve everything that everyone has been giving them, considering the fact that they have a huge number of followers worldwide. They also have a good acceptability worldwide, and then for the fact that they also have very almost in all the positions they have world class players. Trust me, almost all their players are world class, even though some of them may not fit into other people's project, which is fine. No players is all or can do everything, but the thing is that they have world class player, they have world class coach, they have amazing followership worldwide. And to me, that is something that is extremely huge. Do you understand? So, but the thing is that what happened last week is not a fluke. Now, let's try to remember something. When Arteta first came to Arsenal, um, everyone is more or less like, who is this guy? Is This is like the first job he's ever managed as a manager, and he's coming to this huge club, Arsenal Football Club. Nobody gave him a chance at the beginning. As a matter of fact, myself, I would at that time prefer, you know um, I would rather go for Patrick Vieira because of his legendary image or connection to the club and all those things. Yes, I will give him that. But he proved me wrong, and he, especially this last two seasons, this season including making three, he has drawn my attention to a lot of things. Like defensive wise, Arsenal has been more very cautious, and offensive wise, I can say that we are still a work in progress. But he is building, and I feel like everybody know. I think I said it in the last video as well that if we add just one additional player, like just one additional player, making like a striker-ish type of player, nobody will kind of write us off right now. But because we put ourselves in that situation, it's fine. But the way I feel like we are going to approach the match is not the way people think we are going to approach the match. Everybody is thinking that we should sit back, park the bus, do all these anti-football tactics and antics, play the dark art and all those things. It's fine. If we want to do that for the last 20 minutes or um, or the first 20 minutes, it's completely fine. But we cannot do that all through 90 minutes. Real Madrid are too good. They are so good that they can fire the shot from any range. They have players that can do that. They have quality players, as a matter of fact, that can pull up the surprise. Nobody, trust me, nobody expects. So they have good firepower to do the unthinkable, but at the same time as well, because we have not won any major title, because we are still a young team in Europe, and this is like a second year in Europe and all those things. I think that's the reason why people are writing us off, forgetting the fact that some of our players are first team players in most of their national team. Yes, I know that we don't have a full back line. Gabriel Magalhaes is injured. It's fine. Um, what else? We don't have a real striker and all those things. We don't have them, so it makes things really difficult for people to understand how this thing works. But the thing is that I think personally, the way because I watched the Euro final last year. Uh, England versus Spain. And I said to someone, I said, Spain is not playing to the strength of individual players. No, Spain is playing to the strength, to the collective effort, collective strength of the team. That's what Spain plays. England is playing differently. And exactly that happened. Spain, everybody thought that the whole Spain only works when Rodri is, very active. And Rodri was removed, replaced, substituted in the second half. And see what they did in that, in that second half. They went on to win against the mighty, England. So also in this match, I'm not saying that Arsenal is winning before anybody, starts saying all those things. But the first thing is that please don't write us off. Please and please, people, don't write us off. Please, if you're enjoying this, by the way, can you kindly give a like, and can you also help to subscribe as well? It's very, very important to keep this channel going and active. Now, please don't write us off, because defensively we are very solid. I don't know how they could get to do that, but it built a defensive structure that is very difficult for anyone to actually breach. So it built that defensive structure with everyone being aware. I think at the beginning of the season, they asked Saka about um, what um, I, I don't know who asked him the question again, but I remember his answer about his effort that he put in during the match. And he said that he's thank you for seeing the fact that I also go to help defensively as well, while I'm also responsible to take charge of the offense. So Arsenal has been doing this for a while. So it is not just the fact that we are just a fluke of a team, or we just. I know that that game basically when I watched them when Fabrizio Romano was putting out what team to win, I put Arsenal to win 2-1 at home, and maybe we crash out on in the second leg. I never thought we can pull that out. Trust me, that's what I did. But the thing is this: going to the Bernabeu with what Arsenal did, I would say that is not just something that happened out of the blue. I know people don't expect it, and maybe even the players don't even know that they can also do three on Madrid. I don't know. I don't know if they also, have the same shock that all of us had. But the thing is that we know what we are capable of doing, and players don't underestimate themselves. That's what I'm saying. They will give respect, kudos to who kudos is due. Real Madrid deserve all the kudos anyone can say, anyone can get. They deserve it. They've worked so hard to get there. But the reality is that Everything Arsenal is doing is very strategic. They understand why they want to do what they want to do, and they understand how to do what they want to do. So, number one, people should not write us off. What we are doing is very, very, there's a structure, there's explanation, there's understanding to it. And number two is that how do we approach this game? I feel like if we are going to be sincere, if we are going to approach this game, we should approach it from the angle of we have been right off. Like you see in the thumbnail, this game to me, yes, the aggregate says that 3-0, but they should approach it as 0-0 and play the way they played at home at Real Madrid. The noise that the ultras are making is nice for their team. It's nice to give a very good game to neutrals or to anybody out there that probably is looking for a very good game to watch. But it is now left for the players to give all Arsenal fans the hope they have been looking for, the hope we have all been looking for, which is the fact that we believe that we belong out there, we belong right there. So I'm not saying again that we are going to win the match. I'm not saying that we cannot, and I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that we we will. But even if you are going to lose the game, don't be trashed out. No, please. Can we just do that for each other? Don't be trashed out. Just let's enjoy this match together as what do you call it? Um as anybody will, let's enjoy it together. Let everybody enjoy the match. Let everyone, enjoy the atmosphere. Let them enjoy everything that is going on. So it will be very nice to see Arsenal do great and wonderful thing in the, you know, uh, and who knows? Maybe we are going to go on to win it. I'm not saying we are, but I'm really excited about it. Trust me, really excited about it. So, what if we can win it? Well, what if Um, don't try to write us off. That's it. I basically take the same side with Ty on AFTV. The uncle is very nice. It may sound delusional, but the reality of it is that look, this guy or every Arsenal fan should know that we belong there. So the players should give us a very good game for us to enjoy and for us to have fun. Just let's enjoy and have fun with this thing. So please, people, if you enjoy this, I would say that the ultras have really created a very good atmosphere, and most Arsenal fans already with what happened yesterday already have this fear factor with them. So and I'm just and open that the players done. I remember a few games that I played. I think one of my last game for boys college, by the way, um, in the NCCAA over there in the US. I remember that the coach. We were playing this game against a very good team from Illinois. We went to their home actually to play against them. And I remember one woman was standing behind me, part of the fan, and she was saying all trash that she can. I was a goalkeeper that day, which is nice, and it kept me going. It kept me really engaged. Did we win the game? No, I think we messed the game up a bit. Uh, Part of it is part of my like. Obviously, I was at fault with it as well. But the reality is that I believe strongly, trust me, strongly that that helped me to know that someone is also interested in watching what I do or what I do wrong. And I know that these players understand what it means when you give them that opportunity, when they see the crowd, when they see the stadium being closed, and as one Twitter handler said that, you know, rice cook better with a lead on. I hope that the players will stand up, rise up, and do all of us real proud. And I hope that we will come back out going through to the semis. And I will be so happy, so glad. So the predicted 11 for me personally is I would love to see, obviously, the obvious one. The back remains David Raya. Then, Uran Timber, Saliba, and Kivia, no doubt about that. And then Lewis Kelly as well, no doubt about that. And since Partey has been cleared to play today, I would say that Partey in that, you know, midfield to orchestrate how the game flow. And then you have Odegaard and Rice, being up there with him, with other players, just to create more force over there, more overload. And then the obvious one is Martinelli, and then you have Saka and then Merino in the middle, just to ensure that we can create an overload in the attack, and then when it is necessary, we can also block the middle of the pack as well as much as we can, and allow especially Martinelli to have a good run on this left hand side, and allow Saka to do all the magic and cause all the havoc want to cause to anyone. I basically there is respect is there. If you look at Madrid defense, you will see that look, they have what it takes to literally kill off the game in the first 20 minutes. They have everything. But the reality is that they are not playing against amateur team. They are not also playing against people that don't. That I know that this is the first time we are, meeting team of that caliber. But this is not our first time in the quarterfinal. Last season as well, we were there in the quarterfinal as well. So, and we met with Bayern Munich. By the way, if people don't remember, that's who we met with, playing against. Though we were defeated, but this is a learning process. And if you've seen the trajectory that Arsenal is, been on for the past 5 years, especially under this manager, you will not write us off just like that. Because you know that Man City really tried. Man City really did all they can. But the reality of it is that this team is stepping up and they are going in the right direction. So will this be another match against Man City this season? Or no, I can't say the other. I cannot. It's gonna be very, very. I'm hoping we will be able to do something. We're able to do something. So thank you so much. I will guess I'm gonna see you guys after the game, and we can have conversation. What happened, and enjoy it. So go out there, watch the game. As Real Madrid against Arsenal in the next 3 hours. Yeah, we'll already be in the thick of the game. So enjoy it. Let everybody enjoy it, and then we'll come back and have so many fun. Please, if you enjoyed, please give a like, subscribe. If you've not, please help the channel to grow as well. Thank you so much. See you next time. Yeah.